Hi folks, this is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. I hope you all are doing well tonight. I am once again simulcasting on Rumble and Utizzle, and I hope everybody's doing good. Oh, what we got? I didn't have enough room in my title, so I put some stuff in the thumbnail pictures. Too late. Trump said it was too late. SCOTUS deviants. Spain surrenders. Cartels hunted. Iran isolated, and a lot more. So anyway, we're going to talk about that tonight, play some clips of what's going on. But what do? While people settle in, I play some clips myself to give people time to get a cup of coffee or a cold bruja or an adult libation, anything you would care to have. And then what do? We'll be like butter and get on a roll.
Dust on my Bible, flags on the line. You laughed at our warnings, called truth a crime. You sold us your secrets, wrapped up like hope. Signed all our futures with a poison note. You sat in your mansions, we prayed in the rain. You cast every favor on a ledger of pain. You thought you were covered, names on a list. I've been blank pages, you swore don't exist. Tick-tock, time up, game over, you're done. Thought you were in the shadows, but we watched every run. You sold out your own people, every promise a lie. Now the truth hits different with the world looking right in your eyes. Game over, you lose. Treason don't pay well, and the light comes through. God on our side, and he's right on time. When the judge walks in, every bell gon' chime. Game over. You thought she was certain, thought he was too. Shook hands in the back room, said they'll never break through. You mocked every farmer, every steel-toed boo. Called them crazy and bitter while you buried the proof. Now screens start flashing, whole names, young kids, whole world scrolling through the things y'all did. Digital soldiers from the cornfields to Rome say leave our children alone, overtaking you home. Let's go! Tick-tock, time's up, game over, you're done. Thought you hid in the shadows, but we watched every run. You sold out your own people, every promise a lie. Now the truth hits different with the world looking right in your eyes. Tick-tock, time's up, game over, you lose. Treason don't pay well when the light cuts through. God on our side, and he's right on time. When the judge walks in, every bell gon' chime. From the back roads to the big tall towers, Patriots worldwide, this the final hour. You can beg, you can bargain, you can scream, you can hide, but the book's big. names inside. Tick-tock, time's up, game over, you're done. Thought you hid in the shadow, but watched every run. You sold out your own people, every promise a lie. Now the truth hits different with the world looking right in your eyes. Tick-tock, time's up, game over, you lose. Treason don't pay well when the light cuts through. God on our side and he's right on time. Nothing's gonna stop what's already signed. Game over.
Storm zone.
Yes, sir.
Storm is off.
The wrong person.
He's absolutely going to come back with full vengeance the next time around.
Well, think about what 4 years of a retribution presidency might look like. Our Constitution really does give the president tremendous power to destroy. This will be something we could never have imagined. Now that
some of Trump's close political allies told him they are working on figuring out the identities of the FBI and DOJ staff and forming lists.
I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America for their illegal, racist enforcement of the law. The deep state is destroying our nation, but the tables must turn and we will quickly destroy the deep state. We know where the bodies are buried. There are a lot of people out there that have done some very, very evil things, very bad things, I would say treasonous things against our country. People that have done such harm to our country. I've been looking at them for a long time. He could order the investigation and prosecution of individuals who he perceives as enemies. Put them all in jail where they belong. You gotta get tough and smart and have to fight fire with fire. You can't allow this to go on. And I will be the one to clean it up. I am your retribution. We will take care of it. We will take care of it.
Hi, folks. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate you all being here with me. And, that song, Game Over, I had someone, a friend of the channel, ask me who was the singer of that song. And I can't really respond in the comments. I got to use code words on my live stream because I guess I could say Telegram on my live stream. But I can't type it in the comments on YouTube because they don't like that. It's a competing platform. But I can say I got a telegram from my aunt, right? But anyway, and it was forwarded by a channel called White and then Hats. Okay? And I can't say that together because that gets me in trouble too. So that's why I always put and then in between certain words. White and then Hats. So no credit given. Just the song is bootlegged and being shown around different channels on Tele and then Graham. So anyway, that's the best way I can answer it. My friend, I appreciate you asking. No, Todd, how you doing, Darla? Nice to see you. Robin, Miss Minder Sue, Sherry, Elva, Wayne's here giving me a thumbs up. Cole's here. Nice to see you. Debbie's here. EDK. Let's get it started. Well, it's already started. Yeah, we're just getting into our stride. Nice to see you. Oh my goodness. Let's see who's here. Randy's here. MS Motorsports is here. Nice to see you. Greg's here. Who'd I miss? Tammy's here. Younger gang. Mr. Kibler. Yeah, Mr. Kibler's here. Let's see. Who else am I? Todd's here. You chisel froze. It was doing a little glitchy on my end. I was going to ask you. Is he hanging up a little bit? Flannel cheese. Nice to see you. My chats keep jumping on me, but I'm trying to make sure I get as many people as I can. I got Darla's here, Waking Trillium. Kim's here. If I miss anybody, I do apologize. But anyway, too late. Trump told them. They called up, wanted to negotiate, and Trump said, well, you're too late. But, somebody will break through. Somebody's going to have to break through. And, in that, speaking of that video I played at the beginning, Game Over, it shows a picture of John Kerry leaving a meeting with somebody in Iran. A meeting that's in violation of Logan Act, and him trying to undermine American foreign policy in the favor of Iran. We all know that. Muslim Brotherhood, half his family's tangled up with it. But I think who he's standing with was Soleimani. Soleimani, the one that got blown up by Trump. So I have to go back there and take a look at it. I got to find the original clip of him actually meeting, which was gotten surreptitiously by people spying on that individual. We have to spy on him. FISA works both ways, don't you know? FISA works both ways. So anyway, anybody slip in while I was going through my stuff? If people come in, hi Mountain, how you doing? I want to thank you all for being gracious when we had a couple of people come in the chats. One was a lady that just puked out something and then left, wouldn't answer any questions. That's okay. Then we had another guy coming in making comments about the Bible, and I asked him a few questions he wouldn't answer, and he left. That's okay. Maybe they'll come back. You never know. But I appreciate you all letting me handle that. And if somebody new comes in, I'll talk about things that, you all know. I know you all know. But we go over it for the sake of people who are, they're here for a reason. They're here either to troll me, which is fine if they want to do that, or they're curious. And if they're curious, well, we can answer questions for them, can't we? So there was an article I wanted to put up for a while because it's going to fit into what we're going to talk about here tonight, what we're up against, what the world is up against. And Trump said, these people are against civilization itself. We're in a battle with people who want to destroy our civilization as we know it and replace it with theirs. Replace it with a philosophy that dehumanizes people, enslaves people. Their so-called deity is a liar. I'll address that. I'll show you proof. And is the antithesis to liberty, human freedom, which is what God gave us. Our ability to reason and make our own choices and grow and learn. They want to take that away, especially for women. So, the Texas primary went through, and I had this about 3 days ago. This is a video that shows you how many mosques there is just in, I think it's Dallas, the Dallas area, not the whole state. Let me see if how this video shows it. All the mosques, they're flooding Texas. Several hundred of us. There's no volume with this video. It's just showing you. They're everywhere. And that's what's encroaching on our civilization. And of course, the Democrats want to keep it going. This story here, let me find it. This nice individual here, take a look at this guy. This is what's already infested the UK, right? The UK. What's the story on this guy? I don't have the complete story. You could look it up in Christian Aguayo's channel. Some of the words, can't say, but Islamic scholar and preacher talks about the abduction and APE of thousands of Yazidi women by ISIS. Allows women to, I'll say abuse instead of the hard R word, and humiliate non-Muslim women. See him sitting there with the beard? Isn't he a nice-looking man? If we fight Israel, we will take Jewish women as S3X slaves and are them. This is permitted in the Quran and the Hadith. Islamic preacher and scholar teaching his young men how to behave. Suad Saleh, a former dean at Cairo's prestigious Al-Azhar University, has been quoted advocating for the hard R AP word and enslavement of non-Muslim women. Interviewer. So what is Islam's view on concubines? I was going to bring this up when they were bringing up the mullah losing the ABC, CNN. His wife was in the compound and his granddaughter, and they showed a picture of a little girl, which is sad, very sad. And people in the comments say, his wife, his granddaughter, that's terrible. And I'm saying to myself, which wife? How many granddaughters and grandsons? The guy was 86 years old. He's allowed 4 wives and unlimited concubines. I knew that. And then this article popped up. What is Islam's view on concubines? Dr. Shakir. A Muslim man can have up to 4 wives at once. In addition to the 4 wives, he can have an unlimited number of concubines, which refers to women who basically have slave status. That's what we're up against. A philosophy that is totally contrary to our way of life, our civilization. And that's what Trump was referring to. Here we go. And this right here, I don't care what he says, what anybody else says. He is a champion of the Muslim Brotherhood. Obama confused to see bombs falling on Iran instead of pallets of cash. A lot of people should go to jail for that. What he did. And a great many other things. So the Muslim Brotherhood's very powerful in our own institutions. There's another story I had in here that I want to show you all. The kind of stuff they are gung-ho for. They're for it. And then have the nerve to talk about women's rights. LGBTQ for Palestine. What a pack of idiots. Who's this girl right here? She's not being raised in what we would call normal life. Pakistan. Court gives Muslim kidnapper custody of 13-year-old Christian girl. Judges reject proof of girl's birth certificate showing her age. He abducted her, did the hard R word with her, then claimed him as his wife and or concubine. And you just heard the rules from a doctor of a prestigious university in Cairo. Tells you the rules. So the parents just out of luck. Ain't that something? That brings me to the Supreme Court ruling, where no, schools cannot hide from their parents that they're trying to transition their children. No, schools cannot take people's children away from them because they don't want their child to be transitioned. Close, very close. And we had 3 deviants on the court. That's why I have deviants in the SCOTUS. Deviants mean people that deviate from the norm. They deviate from the norm. They were against that. They were against allowing parents to prevent their children from being exposed to what I consider to be a bunch of deviants who want to talk about lewd and lascivious things and abuse children psychologically by telling them they were born in the wrong body or whatever kind of BS they use. The deviants think that the school system should be able to do that. They need to be removed from that court. Very simple. These are things that I had in my studio for a long time. What's this one? How immigrations are using a once obscure law to detain U.S. citizens. A CNN investigation reveals that immigration officers detaining hundreds of U.S. citizens under 18 U.S.C. 111. But when those cases make it to court, they're falling apart. What obscure law? The cases are falling apart because lower courts are not following the law, settled law. Police can detain you for suspicion. They can detain you while they are investigating an articulable cause of suspicion. It's called a Terry stop. But when the lower courts are saying, well, if it's immigration officers, they can't use the standards that a regular police officer can. They pull that out of their butt. But see the way CNN puts it up there, you don't know any of that. You don't know any of that. They think immigration officers are a offshoot of the police, not true police, which is false, a total falsehood. And then they say they're using an obscure law. You, me, or any other American citizen, if a law enforcement officer tells you, stay here, don't go anywhere. I want to ask you some questions. Okay? And you say, I'm leaving. You, me, and anybody else, if he's got a good reason, he can grab you and put you in cuffs. And if you resist, you go to jail for resisting. That's everybody. But they claim it can't be done by immigration officers. I just had a notification before I went live. A court ruled Donald Trump must pay back the tariff money. Hi, Greg. How you doing? Some little peanut judge somewhere, 1 out of 1,000 all over the country, can make a decision that affects our economic well-being and our relationships with foreign nations. These courts we don't have to redo our judicial system. We have to implement it the way it was meant to be implemented, and we have to rein them in. And we have to get these judges that are patently and observably subversive to our rule of law and get them the heck out. Who's this guy? What's going on here? Look at these injustices are worldwide. Who's this fellow? Another story. Let's see. I might not read the whole thing, just give you the gist of it. You can know what you go to Christina Aguaya's page and get the details. A Swedish dentist was fired and lost his home after examining migrant, quote, children and revealing 80% were actually adults. Bert Hurlitz made the warnings about immigration among asylum seekers 10 years ago, leading to his quick termination and loss of his home. Hertz worked for a public dental clinic. So they must have universal health care. In Gotland, Sweden, he conducted routine checkups on unaccompanied migrant minors. In 2016, during Europe's migrant surge, based on wisdom tooth development, he estimated that a significant portion of the migrants claiming to be under 18 were in fact grown adults. So they'll take their own countrymen. When somebody finds out that their country's being invaded through fraudulent means, then they'll punish their own countrymen to allow that invasion to continue. A bunch of male adults, how much you want to bet military age? You know, the kind that can grab a 13-year-old and claim it as his bride. This is kind of true. Kind of true. Oh, no, this is the truth. I had a meme I'll put up. It's kind of true. But Al Green and, of course, Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett lost her primary. Word was around that this creep did also. Right here, I thought this was the meme I was going to put up. Kind of true. Good morning. Here's two faces you won't see at next year's State of the Union address. Thank you, Texas. And why I'm saying it's kind of true is because Jasmine's gone, but Pimp Daddy there, he's got to do runoff. He didn't lose outright. So he's got to do runoff to see if he can run and keep a seat in the House, which doesn't look good for him, but that's goodbye. I believe he's gone. Yes, Jasmine was crying, Tadia. Oh, the guy that beat Jasmine? Yeah, I got some clips of him. Hi, Brett. How you doing? Well, Trump's going to play their little game with the courts. And there's two big rulings this week about the transgender garbage, and that the second one was the courts ruled that the lower courts have to stay out of immigration issues. Stay out. So does that finally mean Kilmar Abrego Garcia is going to get his rear end shipped off? What a joke. Democrat Texas Senate nominee James Talarico claims there is no historical, theological, biblical basis for Christians to be anti-gay and anti-abortion. There's no basis for the idea that to be a Christian means you have to be anti-gay and anti-abortion. We can go right down the list. The Bible's clear. Spend a little time reading Leviticus, Talarico, or whatever your name is. Every hair on every head will be counted. But anyway, yeah, he's a mess. Where's some clips I got of him? Here's one, I believe. Is this him? Let me see what this is.
Before we go further, I want to acknowledge that our trans community needs abortion care too. Defending trans Texans is something we have to do every day at the state capitol. And you better believe I'll be giving sermons on that too. So when I use the word woman, it should not be understood as an exhaustive term, but rather as a through which to understand, examine, and interrogate patriarchy. Similar to how we specify anti-Black racism.
So he's comparing trans people who are uncomfortable around what he calls the trans community. He's comparing that to racism. Even though the science says, which, you got to pay, which scientists you're going to listen to. Science says it's a mental disorder. Okay? And I'm uncomfortable around people with mental disorders. Okay? You can't compare that to racism.
Is both masculine and feminine and everything in between. God is non-binary.
Yeah. Guess who the illegals will vote for? Guess who the clerics will tell their flock to vote for in Texas? They know who will let them get away with everything. I'm going to play some clips of Trump. Let me see where they're at. I might not have the one where he was in the Oval Office where he told Spain, well, we're not going to allow you to import anything. You try to stop us from using the bases. We can go in there and use the bases if we want to. And, but we're not going to. We'll be all right. We don't need you. But we're not doing any more business with you. See how the SCOTUS ruling shot those countries in the foot? Because Trump could have said, I'm putting 25% tariffs on you for what you did. Or 50% tariffs. No, the SCOTUS ruling said all he could do was embargo them. Block everything. Oh, okay. How about that, Spain? And they've already crumbled. They've already given in. They'll allow the bases to be used. But it might be too late for them, just like Iran. It might be too late. Trump would say, well, we made other arrangements. And what does Spain do for us anyway? What do they import to us? Spanish flu? I don't know. What else? What do they import to us? There's an operation going on in Ecuador. U.S. military assists Ecuador. Is my what's wrong? Who's the bot? Is my voice coming through good? I got some jittering going on here in my studio. Let me see what's going on. Who's the bot? Let me see. Ha ha. Hi, Felix. Let's see. Don Rowe, nice to see you. I'm getting back there. I don't see anybody. Operation Epically, Fiercely, Bigly, Covfefe. Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you. Did you know what the word Covfefe means? Now, y'all be nice because here's Paul. Nice to meet you, Paul. I mean that. Hi, Wayne. Yeah, Wayne says I got 5. Good. I got 5 by 5. Okay, good. Yeah, my chats are stuttering. It's hard for me to move my chats to review them. But anyway, you there, Paul? Respond, and I'll talk. Do you know what Covfefe means? I'll tell you a story about that. And this was also reported on a verifiable story, Paul, because I'm the real. I'm real. Okay. REAL. You might not know that, but now you know. The USA has launched a military operation in Ecuador. This was reported by the United States Southern Command. The statement indicates the armed forces of the USA and Ecuador have begun a joint operation against drug cartels in the country. And let me tell you something. It ain't going to be pretty. That's one quote. On top of Covfefe. It ain't going to be pretty. And another quote is, we're not playing games. There's 3 quotes from Trump. Covfefe. It ain't going to be pretty. And we're not playing games. There's a meme in there somewhere. Wouldn't you say? And the drug cartels, which are all linked together in Ecuador, are going to find that out. They're going to FAFO. They have been FAing. We're at the FO stage. I don't see anything from Paul. and I don't see where anybody ran him off. Thank you all for being nice to him. Maybe a little. Yeah, Paul, are you scared? I want to tell you a covfefe story. Where are you? It's been so long since I told a lot of people. Now, no, Miss Minasui, I'm trying to engage with the person. Because there are other people listening in, lurkers that may learn something, that are maybe too afraid to ask about covfefe or anything else. He's everywhere. Where'd he get? He's gone. Well, he ain't gone. He's out there somewhere. So anyway, Iran has attacked everybody and their brother, even lobbed some stuff into Turkey. You know, I'm going to play this clip. He's stuck on the repeat button. Where's he? I didn't see that. I didn't see that, Todd. Where did he say that? Let me scroll back and see if I can see what he said. I don't see it. The last thing I see was what he put in, same thing twice. He's too shy. He hadn't posted since I asked him a question. But anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, people are saying, of course, the war for Israel. Well, Hegseth pointed out today that they were involved in trying to assassinate President Trump. And I want to remind you all that guy Ryan Routh, right? Okay, Paul, you don't want to be serious. This is the first post you put in when I asked you a question. Do you know what covfefe means? And you put in something stupid in all caps. If you want to stay here, I didn't see that in there. He must have took it down. So, Paul, I'm going to take this post down. You want to have a decent conversation, fine. You might be, I don't know you and you don't know me. You might just be some 12-year-old eating a bag of Cheetos and farting around. If you're an adult and want to have a decent conversation, I'll tell you what covfefe means. I'll tell you that Google took that word out. Took that word out within hours of Trump making his post, covfefe. And if you're concerned about civilization, if you're concerned about the future of this country and the future for civilization as a whole, who took that? Who's got the power to go in and remove that word from everywhere on the internet so you can't search it? It's not in a dictionary anymore. It's not in Wikipedia. It's nowhere. Who's got the power to do that, and why did they do it? Because it's a word. Okay, you're just being a jerk. I'm talking serious, so you're out of here. I gave you 2 opportunities, well, maybe more than that, 3 opportunities to engage in a conversation like an adult, and you're being an ass. So you be an ass somewhere else. So Paul's gone. Don't do just what you did, folks. Don't be rough with people. Give them a chance to engage. Have a nice conversation. I could educate them on something, and if they just keep playing a fool, I just get rid of them. Had a chance, but Trump's your daddy, Paul, and he's shaking up the world, whether you like it or not. So go wash your panties and live with it. Here, let's play some Hegseth. Come on, my studio's not responding very good. Sometimes you can educate. Sometimes you can. I mean, if you got an adult with real questions. Because at some point, they got to realize this is real. The American people want Trump in. There's something going on big, bigger than the world's ever seen. And some people are going to come in wanting to have answers. So anyway, here we go with Hegseth.
In fact, last night, the Soleimani looks like POTUS got him twice. Their Navy, not a factor. Pick your adjective. It is no more. In fact, yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there, an American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Like in that war, back when we were still the War Department, we are fighting to win.
Yeah, it's showing. I can hear him good, but the audio's good, but the video's kind of jumping around. But the audio played good. I don't know how it is on your end. Did I just... Oh, okay. I think this is the one where he talks about they try... Why would they say the mullahs tried to assassinate? Just because the mullahs were talking about it? Do you think they're declaring to the world that they tried to assassinate Trump? Don't you think they would have evidence of an actual kinetic attempt?
Also, yesterday, the leader of the unit to assassinate President Trump has been hunted down and killed. Kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh.
He said it plump and plain. Iran tried to kill President Trump. President Trump got the last laugh. My voice is coming in. Yeah, please hit the like button, folks. Help the video get around. I want to remind you about Ryan Ruth. Ryan Ruth. The golf course went not only to Ukraine, but he went to Turkey. He went to Turkey, didn't he, folks? He most certainly did. Who did he meet? And Thomas Crooks had 5 devices on him, some with foreign IP addresses, bank accounts overseas. Remember that? Thomas Crooks at Butler, Pennsylvania, and others we probably don't know about. So they're telling us. And when is the cards going to be laid on the table, the actual proof? And who was involved? I put a link for Buy Me a Coffee in at the 49-minute mark in the chats. And I want to thank Hilarious, too, for coming by. Buy me a coffee and helping out. I really appreciate it. Along with Shannon and Colette and Roland. Good, I got 5x5s. And then before that, Younger Gang and Wayne came to help out this week. I really appreciate it. First week of March. Oh, there's Miss Richardson's put. I didn't even get my booms ready. Where's my booms? I think they're hinting that there's going to be proof laid out. You just don't have, pow! That was right on the Ayatollah. Pow! Right on the Ayatollah again. But anyway, you just don't say in front of the world, the Secretary of War, say that the mullahs in Iran tried to kill our president with no proof. And what other countries knew about it. Let's see if this video plays any better. Operation. You know, Pam Bondi got subpoenaed to go before the House again over the Epstein files. That happened today. So what's going on? This talk about assassination attempts on Trump, accusing a foreign government publicly.
Four days ago, we are 4 days very early, and as Trump has said, we will take all the time we need to make sure that we succeed. Second, we are only in, and the results have been incredible, historic, really. Only the United States of America could lead this, only us. But when you add the Israeli Defense Forces, a devastatingly capable force, the combination is sheer destruction for our radical Islamist Iranian adversaries. They are toast, and they know it. Or at least soon enough, they will know it. And we have only just begun to hunt, dismantle, demoralize, destroy, and defeat their capabilities just 4 days in. Starting last night and to be completed in a week, the 2 most powerful in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace. I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over the Capitol, flying over the RGC, Iranian leaders looking up, and only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it.
B-2s, B-52s, B-1s,
Okay.
Predator.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. He's basically saying of the airspace, they're bringing in B-52 Strato fortresses, Strato bombers. They've been around since the 1950s. Monstrous. And they'll rain down HE double hockey sticks. So my video's not playing good, but my voice is coming through good. There's a couple of clips I want you all to see. One is related to this. I'm going to. Remember I told you all, just because somebody tells you they're a veteran, that doesn't mean you should bow and scrape to them. And I said that, and I still have the utmost respect for anyone that served our country honorably. But where? That act like they're special ops guys, and they couldn't even dig a latrine right. For all you know, they got dishonorably discharged, or they went out on a medical because they claimed they stubbed their toe. You never know. Just because they're a veteran or say they're a veteran, don't bow and scrape. Be always polite with people, but don't take everything they say at some heightened degree of, with some heightened degree of certainty, because they'll fool you sometimes. Liberal Army veteran says, "Go, Iran, go." After 3 killed, we can't share a country with these people. That's no veteran. That's nobody that'll get my respect ever. So I had that in there for a couple of days, and I didn't. We know there's losers that were like ticks on a dog back in the military. But look what happened today. I was going to put this creep on my thumbnail. Oh, come on, studio. It's something shoppy. Things must be calming down. Remember what I told you all about the internet? Speeds told me something was up. This is a former Marine. I thought he was active duty. Look what he does at a hearing in Congress. For Israel!
His hand! Oh, his hand!
Let go of your hand.
A sitting U.S. Senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
Sir.
Control your Senate.
I'm stuck in the door.
A U.S. Senator just broke the hand of a Marine.
A U.S. senator just broke the hand of a... You're a coward. That's why you got kicked out, fat ass.
Everybody sit down, please. Sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please.
I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. Everybody.
No, it's not.
This is disgusting. Disgusting.
Just pull it out.
I got his hand out of there. But let me tell you something. There are rules. You can wear your dress blues. And I said, they're going to court-martial him. For all I know, he could have been dishonored. He might have got kicked out because he's a transformer. I don't know. But there are only certain occasions you can wear your uniform like that. Now, if they can't recall him for duty, I don't know what their protocols are or what their limitations may be. But I can tell you one thing: he wouldn't have that uniform anymore, and I'm sure he's going to be charged civilly for disrupting a official business or something of that ilk. But anyway, we're trying to clean this kind of trash out. You know, I'm sorry these videos are not playing because I got videos of the hearings, Jack Smith testifying, RINO. I can't play them because they're not playing right. Just come out garbage. I've got a lot of videos, but I will show you this one. Look, it won't even straighten out. There we go. Straighten out a little bit. Members of the Iranians women national soccer team, they're pretty much going to have to stay here in America. Radical bunch. They're not even legitimate. Law, blah, 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 blah. They're not even a legitimate government. Remember how they came to power? Hostages, American hostages for 444 days. That's how they came into power. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. Yeah, he could have got that at a damn costume shop, for all anybody knows. Yeah. That senator just broke the posted where we torpedoed a vessel. First time, I wonder how my broadcast is coming through on I don't know. But I'm having, so if I'm having trouble in the studio, that means it's not going good wherever. In a lot of different places. This is a ship that was torpedoed by the ship since 1945. Of course, one was torpedoed during the Falklands War that former Prince Andy participated in, but that was the only other torpedoing since World War II. But here you go. Man, wouldn't even let my bomb go off. I was off a bomb. Kaboom! There. But anyway, so yeah, that's militarily speaking. Idiots themselves. The media is making idiots of themselves. Is seeing right through it. But I will play one more video at least. Well, I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx. Come on. There. Screen. There you are. There we go. A lot bigger than it's supposed to be, but it's awful.
Football coach, a motivator, and a symbol of Notre Dame excellence. From 1986 to 1996, Holtz led the Fighting on a college 23-game win streak. He became a legend in the annals of sports. Coach Holtz's challenge to play champion will impact Notre Dame student aspiration.
Coach Holtz was the father of all of us. I tell people all the time, we fight you for Lou.
He taught us that football was about more than just wins and leaves us with a simple yet profound reminder. There's only 4 things we need in this life: something to do, someone to love, someone to believe, something to hope for. A Hall of Famer, a champion, a family man, a beloved figure whose impact is faith.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm just not getting through. But I can't continue a live stream like this. I'm offline. Can you all hear me? Stream offline?